Yay! Necromancy made easy. I'm Micah.
Aaron.
Yay.
Brenda.
Sweet. Alright. So, we're going to be playing Loony Quest by whom?
This is by somebody.
Loony Quest.
Yellow puts it out.
Oh, well, I'm glad it's the color yellow.
Oh, not yellow. It's Libellude. I feel like the box is something that Yellow would put out, so maybe they will publish it in the future.
Alright, so this is a quick rundown of the rules.
Go! Rules! Alright, so it is a game where you're trying to trace your way through a video game level and get particular things on a map. So let's say this is our map, because this is our map, and you're trying to get all the stars, avoid the bombs, and get to the end. But you're doing this from a distance, so this is placed in the middle somewhere, and you're doing it from a couple feet away. So you're not actually tracing over the top. It's like a spatial recognition game. You're trying to trace, and then at the end, you end up with some sort of tracing. Let me trace. And you put it over the top. You see if you got any of the stars or any of the lightning bolts, the bombs. Bombs are bad. Lightning bolts are good.
Bombs are great.
There's also keys that you have to get in order to unlock more points. And basically, the more you get, the better. If you touch obstacles like cacti, you lose points. And that's pretty much it. You get a point for, I think you get 2 points for completing. Yes, it says down here are the objectives. So if you complete the route, you get 2 points. For each of the points you touch, you get a point. And then if you touch one of these things, you lose 2 points. If you touch one of these things, you lose 1 point. So rocks is 2, cacti is 1 that you lose. That's pretty much it. Each of the levels, there's a bunch of different levels. So there's I think it comes with 4 worlds. Each world has 7 levels. It takes about 20 minutes to get through 7 levels. And the goals are a little bit different. Some of them you have to circle things. Some of them have enemies, like these enemies where if you touch them they hurt you more. If you do get one of the bombs, they have some interesting things like here's one of the bombs. The next round you have to use only your pinky and thumb to draw. So it gives you some sort of disadvantage. There's a couple more, like you have to draw with a straight arm. There's also a swirly one, which I have no idea what that means. We'll have to look that up.
Maybe spin in circles?
Spin in circles and then draw? Could be. The time,
with the spins.
The time, I think
Also could be a
it's
drinking game.
about a minute. You get about a minute to do it. Could be less, could be more, but I think it's about a minute. And what else? So the lightning things, I'm not sure what they do because I haven't looked them up a lot, but they're good for you. Get the lightning things.
Okay.
They basically this banana one, you can throw it on somebody else's board while they're trying to draw, and they have to go around it, basically.
Huh.
Something like that. So they're good for you, bad for other people. And person with the most points at the end of the 7 levels wins.
All right. Well, I say we get started here in a second. Loony Quest with its rocket penguins.
Rocket penguins.
So, fun. How much fun? How do we rate this?
I
High,
think it
medium,
was-
low?
I would say pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High?
It would have helped if I'd gone a little more detailed into the rules. There were a few rules we missed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
some
we-
of the rules were a little sketchy because they were like sketchy.
Ah,
That was Devin.
Yeah, points for me. Well, yeah, learning some additional rules along the way made things a little interesting.
Yeah. So, fun?
Yes.
High, medium, low?
I
Yes.
say high.
Fun? High, medium, low? Yeah. I thought it was medium. It wasn't bad. Definitely there's, some difficulty.
it was difficult.
I would say the difficulty is medium because it's not like it's a super challenging game. It's not like not anyone could do it. I mean, there's a few people out there, but if drawing isn't at all your thing, you can still do okay at this game.
Yes.
Yeah. I think the difficulty is more in your spatial awareness of can you draw here and have it correlate there.
Right, and it's a lot harder than it looks. It really is.
It is.
So, difficulty?
It was, I guess, like kind of difficult, but not bad enough that. I mean, obviously, I figured out that I don't have spatial awareness.
Well, it's good that you figured that out.
I do.
And time, it's probably about 20 minutes, you say?
The
I mean, the
box
fact
says
that we were
20.
going through the first time and learning some of the rules made it take about 35, but, that's not too bad for the first time we play the game.
Yep.
There's a engagement. It's pretty high.
High engagement.
Engagement,
No time between turns. Like you don't wait for other people to take turns. I
Right.
like that.
Yeah,
There is a couple of minutes while, you're calculating when you lay the
True.
screen down, but that's
and
about
if you're
it.
Debating
So-
consensus on something, but
And
how
then,
lenient you want to be with
Yeah.
lines.
so you would say it's engaging?
Yes, I would say it's.
You would
Yes.
say it's engaging?
Yes.
Yeah. So quality, that's the next one. I think that those screens that you draw on, they get
Yes.
scratched by the erasers.
They could be better screens. Yep. So I'm gonna give it medium quality. Everything else is pretty high quality. The pictures are good. The art is amazing.
Yeah, the art was entertaining. I love the
Mhm.
rocket penguins.
But definitely
They're the
the
best.
screens are not like they're gonna wear out eventually,
Yeah.
which is a bummer.
Yeah, I think maybe a different like eraser for the screens, or even if they included some kind of little, basically like a little bit of bottle of Windex or something like that to help
Yeah.
clean it instead of it's just like dry scratching and rubbing.
Well, I'm wondering if you
The
could,
marker off.
you could probably just cut a small piece of tempered glass.
Glass would be great.
It would drastically increase the cost of the game, though. So.
Yes.
And it's a thing to break. Sharp edges, which might increase the age limit for the game.
No, that just means that you need to teach them, how to stitch up wounds as well. And I mean, that's just a life lesson everyone should learn.
Agreed.
So what did you think of the quality?
I think it was kind of like what you guys were saying. He's kind of like a medium, especially with the screen problem.
Everything else I thought was good. Although it was difficult to put the score markers
The
to
score
people.
marker.
Yes.
It's hard to put people in the same spot.
No same spots.
Same spots are hard.
If you're the second one to score, you lose a point.
And then if there's a person in there, you just kind of get kicked back. It's kind of like the camel racing game.
Yeah.
If you score the same, then you're just kind of at the bottom.
Yes.
So overall, I thought it was fun. It wasn't too bad.
It was fun.
It was fun.
I mean, it's not a big time commitment. It's only going to be 20 to 30 minutes, so it's an easy game to pull out and play while you're waiting for other games.
Yep. Or when you just got a little bit of time to kill.
And it has that nice, it plays up to 5, which not a lot of player games, they either play 4
Or
or
6.
6 or 8, so
Even numbers.
it fills a nice gap there.
Mm-hmm.
And it could even be a pretty fun game even with 2-player, because even some other games that say you can do 2-player, they may not necessarily be as fun with 2 people, but I don't think the fun level changes if you just have 2.
No.
You
no, I
could
don't
even
think so.
play this single player.
Yeah, you could.
You could.
Although you're gonna win.
You're gonna
Well,
win unless
if
you
you're just bad at
suck.
drawing.
You can have negative points at the end.
You could have negative points at the end.
All right, well, that's our review of Loony Quest. Yay!
Loony Quest, yay!